Hello, everyone. I'm Tara Watson, if you don't know. Hope everyone's having a great day. We are going to do a shamanic journey today to some of our past lives. I'm going to see if I can invite some of you who said you would be here. And I'm a couple minutes late, so I know some of you won't be able to join me live, and that's fine. This might be best done on the replay for some of you, as it's might be heavy. So, oh, I see 2 people have joined me. Hooray! Oh, 3. Excellent, excellent. I am not seeing comments, so either none of you have commented, or I'm just not seeing them because Facebook is being the way Facebook is. So, let me see if I can call up this video here. Oh, hello, there I am. Hope everyone's having a great day. All right, let's turn off the volume. Okay. Hi, Elisa. Hi, Angelica. You're showing up on the phone. You're not showing up on my screen. So thank you for joining me. This is definitely one you're going to want to watch from the beginning. It's not one that we can jump into the middle of. I debated recording it separately and then posting it, but this is fine. This is fine. We'll figure it out, right? Thank you so much for joining me. I do want to talk about a couple of caveats to this shamanic journey before I get started, especially not for those of you who are well-versed in going on shamanic journeys, but for those of you who are new, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Keep in mind that because time is limited, this is a live video. The induction portion of this meditation is going to be relatively short. For those of you who aren't experienced in meditating, it may not be enough of an induction for you to calm yourself down, to center yourself, and to bring yourself to that other place, right? So don't feel like I failed at shamanic journeying, or I didn't do it right. It's probably not you. Either you just didn't fit well with this, or you just need a longer induction. So what I can recommend is that maybe you put on some shamanic drumming soundtrack. You could just Google it on YouTube and try to get yourself into that space. Typically 15 minutes for a lot of people is what is required, or more. So bring yourself to that point and then turn on this live video and see if that works for you. Also, I do offer one-on-one sessions. If you really want to try it, one-on-one, and have a totally personalized shamanic journeying experience, I offer that as well. So there's your options there. Second caveat, for those of you who are not familiar with using your intuition, using your clear senses, your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, your claircognizance, your clairsentience, know that whatever of those senses you most relate to is the way the information is going to come through during this journey. So if you are, I'm going to use the word see during this just because, but when I say see, don't think I mean seeing in your mind or seeing with your eyes. I mean whatever you're sensing. So it might be sounds, it might be physical feelings in your body. It might be, things you hear. It might be things you just know. It might be like all of a sudden you hear or sense or know that you're in 1642. And you're like, that's ridiculous. How do I know that? You do know that. That's your claircognizance coming through, or your clairaudience coming through. So just trust whatever it is you hear, see, feel, sense, taste, or touch, because all of those things, or smell, I forgot one, all of that information is valid, every single piece of it. All right, so those are the two things I wanted to talk about before we got started for those of you who are new to Shamanic Journey. So, all right, without any further ado, let's get started. And I'm sorry, I'm not seeing comments, so I will go, oh, hi, Liz. I can only see comments on my phone. Unfortunately, they're not here on my screen. And hi, Mel. Glad you could pop on for a second, even if you've got to pop back off. All right. So let's get started. I want you all to close your eyes, if it's safe to close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Take a real deep breath from your belly. And another. And another. Now allow your breathing to go to its normal rhythm. You want to bring your attention down from your mind and into your heart space. And I want you to take another deep breath. In your heart space, you are going to see a door. And this door may be any shape, color, texture you want it to be. If you don't see a door, that's okay. Just know that the door is there. Approach this door and step through it. You're going to step through into a lush forest. Take in your surroundings. Feel the energy that is there, see the colors that are there, hear any noises you might hear, feel the textures around you, tree bark or leaves, the ground under your feet. Just take mental note of what you see, smell, taste, touch, or know. And in front of you, you're going to see that you are on a path that is going through this forest. This may be a dirt path or a gravel path. It could be a brick path. Whatever comes to your mind is right and true. So step forward onto this path and keep walking. As you're walking, continue to take in the sights, sounds, smells, or just the knowing that you are walking on this path. It is perfectly fine if you don't see, hear, or feel, or sense anything. Just know that that is the journey that you're on, and it's what is meant for you. As you're walking, you notice there is a sharp bend in the path ahead of you. And you walk along that bend. It's a nearly 90-degree angle. And this leads into some very dark, deep forest. But you don't feel enclosed in any way. You don't feel frightened in any way. You feel calm. You feel relaxed. You feel safe here in this part of the forest. You feel like it's familiar in some way. And you continue to walk, continuing to feel calm and relaxed, continuing to take note of the sights, sounds, smells, and feelings around you, and any other information you just might know about this space. You come to a section of this forest that feels a bit different than the section you were just in. It's still dark, it's still safe, it's still calming. But you sense a bit more magic in this particular part of the forest. And you notice that there are several trees on either side of the path that are very, very close to the path. And these trees can be any kind of trees that you see them as. For they are magic trees, and they are representative of the lifetimes that you have had in your past. So you're going to come to the first tree and take note of you'll see that there's a door in this tree, or a hole in the tree, or a hollow in the tree. Take note, what do you see, sense, taste, smell, feel, or what do you know? And it's okay if you can't answer any of those questions. Just know that this door is directly in front of you. This door is your first entry into a past life. This first past life that you will see is going to be a past life that you are ready to release any baggage that comes with this lifetime. You are ready to heal whatever is here. So slowly you reach out. If there's a knob on the door, you grip the knob. If there's no knob, you lightly push on the door, or pull on the door, or walk through the hollow. And now you find yourself on the other side of this door. Take a moment to get your bearings. What do you see, sense, touch, feel, or know about this place? What do you taste? What do you smell? What do you hear? If you're having some trouble, you may want to look down at your feet. What shoes are you wearing? What color are they? You may not see the shoes, but you may know. If the color green pops into your head, that's the color of your shoes. And what do you see around your shoes? Are you on grass? Are you inside? Are you on stone or marble? Where do you find yourself? Are you male or female? Do you have a sense of how old you are? Do you know your name or the place you might be in? Are there other people around you? Do you know who these people are? Do you recognize any of these people from this lifetime? Is there any more information that you can gather about yourself or your surroundings? Do you know why you are being shown this particular scene? What is important at this place and time for you to know? Okay. I'll give you one more minute to gather any more information you can about this particular scene in this particular lifetime. Know that whatever information you gathered is exactly the information you are meant to have. You may not have been able to answer all of those questions, and that's okay. Whatever information you have is right and true. Now we're going to gather all the information that you've collected, and we're going to move forward to the next significant scene in this lifetime. 1, 2, 3. And you have moved forward to the next significant scene in this lifetime. This may be 2 weeks in the future. This may be 6 years in the future. This may be 20 years in the future. Wherever you are is where you're meant to be. So I want you to take a moment and look down at your shoes once again. What do you see, hear, smell? What do you feel? What do you just know? After you've moved away from your shoes, why don't you take in the scene around you? Are you inside or outside? Are you in the same geographical location you were in at the last scene? Or have you moved? How old are you now? Or how many years has passed? Who are the people in this scene with you? Do you recognize anyone from this current lifetime? What are you doing in this scene? Why is it important that you see this scene? What do you need to know about being here? I want you to gather all of this information up, and I want you to carry it with you to the next scene, the next significant scene in this life. 1, 2, 3. Where are we? Look down at your shoes. What are you seeing? How old are you? Or how much time has passed? Who are you with? Do you recognize anyone from this lifetime? What are you doing? Why is it important that you are seeing this scene? What do you need to know? Okay. You're going to gather up all of your information again. And now we are going on to the death scene. This is the scene of this particular lifetime that you have been watching. We are going to see the point at which you die. This may be emotional, and that's okay. So I want you to gather up everything you've learned, and I want you to bring it to the death scene. 1, 2, 3. Where are you? Are you alone, or are you surrounded by people? Do you recognize anyone from this lifetime? Whatever you do in this scene, and this goes for other scenes in this lifetime, do not attach yourself to the emotions that are coming up. Allow them to bubble up and release them. This may be tears, this may be yawning or burping, this may be feelings of anger. But whatever you do, we are not going to carry any of these feelings forward. These feelings will remain here in the past life. What we are doing now is we are releasing them. We're allowing them to flow through our bodies so that we can heal this particular lifetime. We don't want to bring these feelings into our current lifetime. Was your death painful? Was your death traumatic, or was it easy? We're going to move forward now to just past the moment of your death when your soul has left your body. So gather up all the information that you have gathered and move forward. 1, 2, 3. How are you feeling now? Do you feel lighter? Do you feel sad? Do you feel a sense of release? Where are you in physical relation to your body? Are you floating above it? Are you standing beside it? Where do you find yourself? looking objectively as an outside observer, what kind of life did you have? Was it a happy life? Did you feel fulfilled? Or was it a sad life? Was it something in between? What lessons were you meant to learn in that lifetime? Did you learn those lessons? What gifts did you have in that lifetime? These gifts may be gifts of compassion. They may be gifts of clairvoyance or clairaudience. They can be any kind of gifts. The gift of patience. Is there anything from that lifetime that remains unresolved? Is there any pain, physical or emotional, from that lifetime that needs to be healed? I want you to feel into your physical body and your emotional body. Where are you currently feeling or sensing or just knowing that there is pain or trauma that remains from this lifetime? Pain or trauma that is ready to be healed. I want you to feel in to that particular space without attaching to it. Do not attach to the pain. Do not attach to the trauma. But I want you to feel it, and I want you to breathe into it. So for instance, if you're feeling pain in the back of your head, I want you to take a deep breath and direct the breath to the pain in the back of your head, whatever that means to you. And then I want you to intentionally release the breath and the pain. I want you to do that wherever you may feel physical pain, wherever you may feel emotional pain. And I want you to do it as many times as you need to in order to completely release that pain, that trauma. So again, I'll take a deep breath in, Direct it to the pain and release. Directing it to the pain can simply be you saying mentally to yourself, I direct it and I release. I direct it and I release. Or you may feel the physical sensation of breathing into that particular space. Whatever works for you, do not judge it. Here in this space, we are going to release whatever emotions we are feeling from this lifetime. I release, I release, I release. It is fine if you're still crying, but you do not want to carry forward any energy. I release, I release, I release. Take several deep breaths. And on the out breath, I release. I want you to gather up the lessons you have learned in that lifetime. I want you to gather up the gifts that you have in that lifetime. And I want you to gather up the memory only of what has been released. For this is part of the lesson. And we are going to, I'm going to count to 3. And you're going to see a door appear in front of you. 1, 2, 3. Step through that door, and you will find yourself back out in the forest, in the deep, dark, calming forest. Take a deep breath, and I want you to begin walking back the way you came. I want you to walk out of that magical part of the forest back into the deep, dark, calming forest. And ahead of you, you see that 90-degree bend where you were just in a lush green forest, and you're going to walk back around that bend and out of the deep, dark forest and into the lush green open forest. And you're going to continue to walk, and you're going to see a door in front of you, and this is the door back into your heart space. You're going to open that door and walk back through. And now you're back in your heart space. You're going to begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And you can open your eyes when you are ready. All right. I know that was a long one, so if you're still here with me, thank you. If you had to peace out, I understand. I hope you come back and are able to do it again. Because I am not physically there to see what has happened. Um, if you want to give me any feedback now, that's great. If you want to give me feedback through a personal message, or if you want to give some feedback on the page, that's fantastic. If you want us all to hear about what kind of journey you went on, just remember the emotions you felt were not the emotions of this lifetime. We do not want to carry them into the present. So release those. You're going to want to drink a lot of water to flush that through your system. You're going to want to journal. Get out on paper what you just experienced, the lessons learned, the gifts brought forward, and anything else that you remember. We don't need to be attached to the details of our lifetimes. Our ego finds them interesting. As humans, we find them interesting, but that's not the important part. The important part is after that death, the lessons and the gifts. So make sure we retain those. Those are the most important. And I appreciate you all being here. Once again, I have no comments, so let's see. Angelica, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And thank you, Elisa. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. That's all right, Sarah. Sarah missed it. Yes, watch the replay tonight. It's all in divine timing, right? If you missed it, there was a reason. So I appreciate you all so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I will see you definitely next Thursday, if not before. Love you all. Bye-bye.